Warning! The Stone Age Gamer podcast includes a lot of bad language. Cover your motherfucking ears.
Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer podcast. I'm Kris Randazzo and joining me tonight is overly articulate with boxing gloves, Dan Ryan.
I was going to say there was no foreplay with that one, but man, there actually was like 45 minutes of foreplay with that one. It just surprised me at the intro. Anyway, hi.
That's the way we do it. All aboard the SAG Cartoon Express. This month we watched a classic episode of Captain and the Game Master. Has there ever been a non-Smurf show more obsessed with blue skin? Don your evil headdresses because the Stone Age Gamer podcast starts now. Hi everyone, this is episode 625. It's the week of July 3rd, 2026. Almost Independence Day, and welcome. For anyone new here, this is the official podcast of StoneAgeGamer.com. Dan and I talk every week about what's happening in the world of video games from a retro gamer's perspective, as well as whatever the hell else is going on in our lives. Speaking of which, you're no longer wearing a Phillies hat, Dan.
No. I mean,
That's cute.
I was wearing it, so, okay.
I want to talk about the last couple of days of Phillies games. Not immediately. You talk about your hat first, but I gotta talk about this. Go on.
In full transparency, I was wearing the Phillies hat that I was wearing last week tonight because it matched my shirt. I had because the brim or the bill of that Phillies hat is the baby blue, and I had my baby blue Philadelphia shirt on. Not Philadelphia, but it says ill across it. Like that shirt quite a bit. And I was wearing that. And then I had a salad for dinner while I was watching Captain N, and I dribbled on myself. I dribbled. And I went upstairs to change my shirt, and I felt that it was a good opportunity to put my new Yankees hat on. Because as we were celebrating Father's Day last week, my uncle, who's a big Dodgers fan, said, I'm getting us tickets. The Dodgers are going to be in town. They're playing the Yankees on July 19th. I'm getting us tickets, and we're going to the game. He's in his 80s. He doesn't have a lot of games left in him. I'm happy to be able to, experience this with him. When I first met him, 30 years ago, we connected about baseball, all that shit. But I was like, that's a good excuse to go buy a new Yankees hat. And I was dicking around online and saw this particular Yankees hat that it doesn't come across great with the lighting that I have in here. But the Yankees have been doing this thing where a lot of the equipment that they wear, in the accent color, is that Statue of Liberty, teal, I guess, for lack of a better word. It is the color of the Statue of Liberty currently. And
oxidized copper.
Yeah, there you go. They made this fucking dope-ass hat with the Yankees logo and wearing some, knockoff Jordans, looking like the Statue of Liberty. And I was like, fuck, that's a dope-ass hat. I'm going to go get that hat. And indeed I did.
It's a lovely hat. I can't get anything up on the game right now. I can't. What happened to Stream East? Stream East not cooking right now?
I have no idea. Let's find out.
The TV app seems to be completely gone, but Stream East seems to be toast. And I know the Nationals are up 5-0 right now. But I gotta say, the last two nights of Phillies games against the Nationals have been very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2 outs, 2 strikes in the 9th, and then they score, 8 runs?
Something like that,
That's gotta be an absolute fucking nightmare for the Nationals. And then they did it again last night. It's the 9th inning. 9th inning rally to win the game again last night. It's borderline tragic. But boy, has it been fun to watch. Boy, has it been fun to watch.
They are, I am, Stream East is working for me. They are currently down 5, as you said.
Down 5.
So they have spotted the Nationals. Quite a big lead here. Let's see how the Yankees are doing. I actually didn't put it on before we came in and sat down. Yankees are up 1-0 on the Red Sox because fuck the Red Sox, and that makes me happy.
Fuck the Red Sox all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Send me a link because I feel like I'm not getting to the right place.
Okay.
Send me a link. I want to have the game on in the background while we're doing this thing. In case you haven't figured it out, I don't imagine we're going to have a lot to say about Captain and the Game Master. At least not for too long. This was a weird show, but we'll get there in a second. I need to fix my cameras doing that weird autofocusing thing, not the one that's actually going to be used in the show, but also in case something goes horribly awry with my recording, I should probably fix that. Go to my webcam settings. This is top tier podcasting right here. This is the business. Turn off the autofocus. There you go.
This can all be edited out. It's fine.
It can be, but will it?
I don't know. I don't do the editing.
This site can't provide a secure connection. That's what I'm getting when I do this in Chrome.
What the fuck?
Let me try doing it in Brave. Maybe Brave won't care.
Do you have like some weird fucking virus thing on your computer where you're like my aunt?
Yeah. This site can't provide a secure connection. Can't seem to get that to load up. And if I can't steal sports, then what good am I?
Right?
I'll have to find a new way to steal sports.
I switched to the Phillies link to send you the link, and I missed a home run. God damn it, the Yankees are up 2-0. Fucking Jose Caballero. Anyway.
That was certainly somebody's name. Of that, I'm sure. There's a Stream East app? That doesn't seem right.
I don't know. This is what I'm watching. I will tell you off the air. I don't know why. No, I'll tell you. Fuck it. How much do you think, just out of curiosity, how much do you think tickets were on the 200 level at Yankee Stadium Saturday night, Yankees-Dodgers? 2 tickets, 200 level.
For 2 tickets or per ticket?
Either way. Tell me total or what you think it was per ticket.
I think it was $225 per ticket.
After service fees, my uncle, for 2 tickets to a fucking baseball game, I don't think we're getting blowjobs from the players. I don't know. It doesn't say that in the package. I don't know that's not what's going to happen. That's going to be a weird bonding experience. But, he spent so far on this trip $841.
That's too many dollars. That's unacceptable.
To go to a fucking baseball game? I mean, it's Yankees-Dodgers. It's right after the All-Star break. It's a Saturday night. Sure. Okay. This is why I don't pay to go to sporting events. I let somebody else. I was like, dude, are you sure? Because, the Dodgers, he wants to go see the Dodgers. And I was like, I get it. I definitely want to see the Yankees more. But they are playing the Phillies literally 2 days later. If you would like to save yourself about $600 fucking dollars, we can just go to Philly. It's fine. He was like, nope, this is what we're doing. It's all right, man. Cool.
I don't know, man. That's that's a lot of nuts.
Maybe he got ripped off somewhere along the way. I don't know. I don't know what site he went through to get the tickets. Like, I don't know if it was StubHub or SeatGeek or Fuck Your Mom or like whatever site it was. I have no idea. But I do know that literally everything, as we will talk about a little bit here in week old news, literally every fucking hobby is pricing the fans out of the goddamn hobby. It's just insane. That. Just insane.
As we talk about stealing baseball.
I mean,
because I can't afford to buy all of the various services that it takes to watch various sports. I can't.
If they were all on one, I would really think about it. But
if they
sometimes
were all on one, yeah.
Sometimes, like most of the games are on the MLB package, but sometimes they're on ESPN. Sometimes they're on TBS. Sometimes they're on Apple. Sometimes they're on Amazon. Now, if you like a fucking dickhead team like the Tampa Bay Rays, and like, I apologize to the 6 Tampa Bay Rays fans in the world, but like, nobody gives a fuck about your team. You know what I mean? Like, but if you watch a big market team, like if you happen to be a fan of the Yankees or the Phillies or the Red Sox or Dodgers or whatever the fuck, like, your team is constantly on national broadcasts. You know, because like, people actually want to watch them. Unlike the Arizona Diamondbacks. Who cares? Yuck. Still salty about 2001. I will never.
Hey, and God forbid when football starts again.
Oh my
that's
God.
The worst. Well, I mean,
that's a whole other thing.
I guess that's a different ball of wax. The football's insane. Like, there's no way to just watch all the football without being independently wealthy, as far as I know.
I mean, you could just go to a bar and nurse a beer for 4 hours every week. I'm sure they'll love that, but
I'm gonna go to the bar and buy a beer. And just sit there by myself, sad.
I've spent my $7. Go team. Woo. Anyway, let's fucking talk about. Well, go ahead.
I just want to say I did have a slightly uncomfortable conversation with Karen that went better than I thought it would, because I talked to her and I said, "Look, I want to follow the Eagles this year."
Oh, podcast over.
I know I needed to have this conversation with you too.
Good night, everybody.
I'm very.
It's been a good run. 625 episodes, 626, something like that.
I'm enjoying Philly sports. I've wanted to be an Eagles fan since I was a little kid. My sister wouldn't let me because my sister's a fucking bully. And
she wouldn't
because
let you?
of that, she wouldn't let me. She's like, "No, you're not allowed. You can't be an Eagles fan. You have to pick a different team." I was like, "But they're the local team. They're what all my friends like." She's like, "I'm an Eagles fan. You can't be an Eagles fan."
You should have been a fucking Cowboys fan to Spider.
Sorry, I don't have that in me. I picked the Bengals because they had the coolest helmets. And then the Bengals didn't win a football game for like most of my life. And so I didn't like football. Also, I couldn't watch the Bengals. There was no way for me to watch the Bengals near me. I just liked their helmets. So I was never really able to enjoy football. And then eventually my sister was a front runner and decided to jump on with the Raiders when they were super popular, I think in the 90s or something. It's like, no, I've always been a Raiders fan. It's like, bull fucking shit. You're the one who didn't let me be an Eagles fan when we were kids because you were the Eagles fan. But by that point, I wasn't really interested in football. But then I married Karen, and she's a militant Steelers fan, and I started watching football more often, and I was just like, I really enjoy watching this sport. And I like the Steelers, too. But they're not my team. I've always wanted to be an Eagles guy. So like last season, I would secretly watch some Eagles games here and there, and I would text my friend Greg and be like, "Hey, go Eagles. I'm going to be a secret Eagles fan this year."
Ew.
And then I was like, you know what? This is dumb. I'm just going to be honest. I'm a Philly sports fan. I want to follow the Eagles this year. Not, obviously, when there's 2 games on at the same time. Her games are going to take precedent because
I mean, there are more than one TV in the house.
That is true. There's more than one TV in the house. but I'd rather watch sports together. I really do enjoy watching sports with her. That's something that I enjoy. I miss the Flyers though. But I'm really enjoying baseball. This has been a very fun season of baseball to watch. And learning how to not care as much about every game is something that Greg was teaching me. There's so much baseball. It's okay if they don't win them all. Like if they don't win, fine, maybe we'll get the next one. I have to learn to not be quite so invested in every single game. And that's made baseball become a lot more relaxing to me.
And that's like the cardinal difference between baseball and football, right? Of like, you have to care about every football game. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 17 of them. Like, you lose 4 of them and you're like, oh, fuck, it's looking bad.
Season's over.
Season's over. You lose 4 baseball games, that's a week. You're like, all right, we'll just be better next week. There's 160
just look at the Phillies
left.
now. They had a crazy, just terrible start to this season.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're doing great.
Yeah.
They were able to turn it around because there's enough baseball to do that. So
unless you're the Mets.
I'm learning to be a sports fan.
Sorry. Unless you're the Mets.
That game.
Because then you're fucked.
I wanted to watch that game so bad. We went to... I'm sorry, this should probably be on the checkpoint, but we're literally already talking about it.
That's all right. You can edit it. Now it's time to check in with the checkpoint. There you go. Yeah. I did it for you. You're fine.
My brother-in-law wanted us to go to a minor league baseball game for his birthday. Every time we've gone to this, it has not been a good time. The kids don't care enough about the sport. They just don't care. And of course, my sister is like, oh, there's so much for them to do. They love it. I'm like, do they though? They love it for like 15 minutes. And then like we played mini golf and now it's time to go home. So...
And now there's another 3 hours of this.
I ran out of excuses to tell him no, because I thought, okay, well, this is my brother-in-law. That means that my niece and my mom are going to be there too. And then I found out that neither of them were going to be there. And I was like, fuck. What I want to do more than anything right now. Because they were just honest. They were like, I'm not doing this anymore. They went last year, like, not doing this anymore. I just don't want to. And I really didn't want to. What I wanted to do was stay home and watch that Mets game. And that was the night that that absolutely insane, what was it, 15-3 or something like that game where they did this. They did Bryce Harper did the cycle and Schwarber hit 2 home runs in the same inning. Like all this crazy total. Insane shit.
Schwarber
absolutely bananas.
So I'm sitting there at that game. Right, I'm sitting there with my aunt.
You went to that game. That's right. I was at that game. I'm at this minor league game, like watching the score tick up on my watch. Like, what the fuck is happening in this game? How is this possible?
Yeah, I'm sitting there in the stands. Right, my aunt is next to me. She doesn't give a fuck. She's just there because it's like her company thing. And it was really cool. Like the vet hospital that she works for, the owner was a great dude, wanted to take everybody out, show them how much he appreciated them. So he rented a party deck, and then there was food and beverage provided for everybody. So we went up, got there like an hour and a half early, went up onto the party deck, just private deck, everybody there, open bar, open burgers, open dogs, potato salad, chips, ice cream, like, ballpark food, right? Eat as much as you want. And then we go to our seats, good seats, right behind third base, but like up, I think we were 400 level, but a good view, like right down at third base. And we're sitting there and she's asking me like, all right, well, why are we cheering for this guy? Why are we booing for this guy? I was like, well, that guy's Juan Soto and everybody's real mad because he's real good, but also got paid a lot of fucking money to be doing this, and fuck him. And then people were like, well, she was like, why are we booing Bo Bichette? I was like, oh, because he's a twat. That's why we boo Bo Bichette. You just look at him. He looks like a fucking twat. I'm sorry. I know he's a big fan of the show. Bo, I apologize. You don't actually look like a twat. It's a character. Deal with it. He does. I'm just kidding. Look at him. His face is real small. So we're watching the game, right? And Schwarber hits a home run in the first inning. I was like, fuck yeah, Schwarbomb. That was awesome, right? And then they just kept scoring. And then they just kept doing it. And then like 2 innings later, Schwarber gets up, 2-run home run. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then they batted around and he gets up and there's a runner on again. And I turned to my aunt and I'm like, wouldn't it be some shit if he hit an... Oh, and he did. He did. There, look, there it goes. Almost in the same exact fucking spot where he hit the other 2-run home run that inning. It was like, son of a bitch. That was fucking wild. And then Harper gets up and all he needs is the triple to get the cycle, which is obviously the hardest thing to do. And he fucking hit that ball, man, and the stadium just went fucking nuts. Because there was no, like, it split the outfielders, and there was no way. Like, everybody was excited. And then you saw, as he took off out of the box, I don't, if he would have hit it at the pitcher, like just a little infield dribbler, I still think he would have been trying for the triple. He was running so fucking hard.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? It like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like 11-1. It didn't matter, but he was just on his fucking horse, man. And when he hit second base and the ball like was just getting picked up in the outfield, the stadium went from like really excited to like just fucking screaming, because a cycle, incredibly rare to actually happen. It's so fucking hard. And the craziest shit, God, what was the fucking, let me see if I can find the exact stat, because someone hitting 3 home runs and someone else hitting for a cycle in baseball has only happened one other time in the history of baseball. It's happened one other time. Let me see if I can find, because the other team that did it was the Yankees, and I want to say it was in like 1923 is the only fucking other time that has happened. Like, that's in the history of the fucking sport. I was sitting there live watching something that has only happened one other time.
And I could have been on my couch at home, not driving an hour out of my way and watching that happen. And instead, I was at this minor league game where the Blue Claws got completely fucking trashed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a very entertaining game. Kids got bored.
Of course,
there was free food, but it was terrible. And yeah, I just looked it up. The Phillies are only the second team in MLB history to have 2 players accomplish the 2 feats concurrently. The only other time it happened was by the New York Yankees in 1932. June 1932, Tony Lazzeri hit for the cycle, and Lou Gehrig hit 4 home runs. Wow, it was also in June, huh? That's pretty cool.
Also in June, also in Philadelphia.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Fucking wild. It's the,
and this has been Baseball Talk with Dan.
Well, it's the craziest thing about baseball, right? Is that because it has a history that people have actually paid attention to, right? And kept the history. It's one of the rare things where we can look back and say, like, this has only happened like twice. You know what I mean? Like, this has only happened 3 times. Bryce Harper is the 7th player in baseball history to hit for a cycle before the 5th inning. Like, we know that because baseball nerds have always fucking been baseball nerds, and they've just kept the records this entire time. And because that history stretches back so far, it's just so different from every other sport. And it's going to make me really sad when there's no baseball next year. Because boy, howdy, are they going to lock the fuck out. And I'm going to be real mad because I'm going to have to listen to a bunch of people that make the same money you and I make, Kris, being like, well, these athletes are getting greedy. For some reason, taking the side of the billionaire owners, which always happens. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway.
I don't get it either.
Yay, baseball.
Yay, baseball indeed. This is really pissing me off that I can't make this website work. So I went to an older, I went to my history, I went to an older one, and I can get to the site, but anytime I try to navigate off of this Milwaukee Brewers game that's not happening to something more current, more Kermit, gives me this site can't provide a secure connection. I went through a whole thing with it's pissing me off. I want to steal sports, damn it. Anyway, because now it's 2-5, and I want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let's talk about Captain N, the Game Master. It is time for the SAG Cartoon Express. Sorry about the elongated intro there, but boy, this was a weird show. So, for anyone new here, we don't usually talk about baseball quite this much. The Cartoon Express, we talk about different video game related cartoons once a month, and this time we landed on Captain N, the Game Master, Season 2, I want to say Episode 5, was it?
6.
6. There it is. Season 5, Episode 6. The Lost City of Congoland. This originally aired on November 10th, 1990, and I didn't really understand what I was looking at. I don't know if I just wasn't in the right headspace this afternoon, but I feel like this episode didn't go anywhere. Like, it didn't make sense to me.
It did not.
The official description is when the lost... Okay, good. The official description is when the lost city of Congoland arises after 1,000 years, the N team goes to investigate. When they arrive, an ancient treasure possesses Princess Lana with the spirit of Conga, the leader of the Conkas. I hate everything about that sentence. I liked this show. I didn't like this episode.
I thought this episode was fine.
We had this recently with Mega Man as well, where it was like, this show's generally pretty okay. This was not a great episode. So, the first thing I wrote down, the first note, and this has occurred to me many times before, but I don't think we've had a chance to really talk about Captain on the show before. Do you think Kevin's mom, what is Kevin's mom up to? Right, because he gets sucked into Videoland.
This is what I said about He-Man last week. Like, what is happening on Earth? There was a Beast Man and a spaceship. Yeah, is Kevin's mom like...
She's like, did you finish cleaning your room yet? 3 years ago? Because this show ran for 3 seasons. So, is this one of those time warp things where he's gone the whole time, but it's like Narnia and he's going to get back and it's 5 minutes past? Or is he just gone? And does he ever get homesick? I'm sure I feel like there's an episode somewhere where he wanted to go home. I feel like that happened. I have a vague memory of that.
I think so.
I'd have to ask Mike. Mike's actually seen our good friend Mike Castlevania Sheridan has watched this show several times. He's a big fan.
But Kevin got homesick, and then he was like, "Oh, but have you seen Lana though? Shit, I'm all right.
It's
I'm good. Never mind."
My mom was gonna make me clean my room. This midriff.
I'm gonna clean that midriff.
So anyway. Blue people showed up, and they were blue. Let me read this quick sequence. Why are these people blue? Are they King Hippo's people? Because King Hippo also is blue with very pronounced nipples. And then I immediately wrote, never mind, that guy's purple. Because in a scene later, there's a purple guy talking to a guy. Except the next scene, he's not purple anymore, he's brown.
Yeah. So I think a large part of it is that they didn't give a fuck. I think is really...
Yeah, it's true.
What it got they were like, whatever, this doesn't fucking matter.
Let's be real here.
Yeah. Yeah, this episode, just kind of from start to finish, didn't make a lot of sense. Donkey Kong's size was wildly inconsistent.
And what was he doing there? Did Donkey Kong... I was getting kind of tired while I was watching it, so maybe I missed something, which wouldn't be a first time for the Cartoon Express. But was Donkey Kong's existence in the episode ever important to the plot? Like, it seemed like, and now Donkey Kong's here.
I mean, I think it was more just, and now Donkey Kong's here. It was his island. Like, I think much in the same way.
Donkey Kong's here in an army outfit. I would give anything to know what was written on those dog tags. Because DK had a pair of dog tags. I want to know what was written on those things.
He did. But I think, like, I think it was very similar to, like, Kong and Skull Island. You know what I mean? Like, shit happens on the island, but then there's also, like, the nuke is back there, and, like, we only bust him out for, like, special situations. You know what I mean? I think it's just kind of the plot that was happening there. Really just an excuse to throw Donkey Kong in the episode. And again, wildly inconsistent size. Like, at one point, he's fucking punching islands and shit, and is, like, standing over top of a waterfall. And then later, he's, like, just barely the size of a tree. I don't know. It was fucking weird. It didn't make a lot of sense.
I don't think they put a whole lot of thought into it.
No. Every time I watch this show, though, I have the thought of just how much I fucking love this mother brain. I love this mother brain so goddamn much. So
sassy. Just sassy mother brain. And I love how in this one I feel like I remember, we used to watch this show all the time, but I don't remember her being so mobile, where she was floating around. I feel like she was usually in a place.
Yeah.
And sent her
this is season 2. Like, they added Game Boy. They gave Mother Brain fucking hover tits. Like, it was fucking awesome. You know, I think that's what those were. I think she had hover tits.
Absolutely.
I had so. Christ. I mean, not a good episode. It's Captain N. I mean, what do you want? Like, it was fine. I enjoyed the shit out of it because I just enjoy this episode. Before we rank it, I did have a thought, though. I had 2 thoughts as I was watching it, actually. And I'll try to actually remember both of them this time. The first thought was, why not have Little Mac instead of Mega Man? Right? Like, if you were going to do that Mega Man, Little Mac would have worked just fine, and King Hippo's there. Like, that makes more sense to me.
You've got the Eggplant Wizard and Pit, so that made sense.
You know, you've got Mother Brain replace fucking Simon Belmont with Samus. Like, all of the, I mean, obviously couldn't be the
Samus
same character.
Vanity Smurf.
Yeah.
No,
basically.
The exact same character. Make Samus a dude and Vanity Smurf. I fucking love it.
I mean, maybe. But 2, I actually kind of legitimately now want a Captain N, the Game Master game. Like Kingdom Hearts.
I've wanted that my whole life.
But I want it
God,
like Kingdom Hearts. I want it like Kingdom Hearts.
So
I want them to go around and, like, why? There's so much potential there. Why has that never happened? I mean, obviously, because the show is like a fucking train wreck, but
what you're talking about is the Smash Brothers RPG. Wouldn't it? God, I have wanted this for so long. When we finally got Simon Belmont, Pit, and Mega Man in the same Smash Brothers game, I was like, shit, we just need Captain N, and then we need to make this into an RPG. Like, a Smash Brothers RPG where you're going from world to world to world. See, I would want a turn-based, not specifically like Kingdom Hearts. I want a turn-based RPG, like Mario RPG style.
Sure.
Because I think that would be the coolest way to make all those the varying characters' mechanics work. But God, just going from world to world like that in an RPG setting, it's such a good idea.
What? So, do you know? And you might not know the answer to this. What was the reception of Captain N everywhere else. Like, is it a thing that even registers in Japan?
I don't think so. I don't think they know about it in Japan.
This is what I'm saying.
They know about it, and like, I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it aired in Japan.
Okay,
it's very much an American television thing. It's just like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Like, when we think about Super Mario Brothers and those, when the Super Mario Brothers movie happened and they're making all those Super Mario Brothers Super Show references, it's because like that was an American studio that was making it, obviously in conjunction with Nintendo, but they knew that stuff was going to speak to us. That didn't speak to the Japanese audience. Right. They don't know about Captain Lou Albano doing the Mario. Like, I'm sure some of them do, but it's not a part of their culture the way that it was ours. Like, yeah, that's just not what aired.
I didn't think so.
So I can't imagine this has any footprint anywhere outside of the States. Maybe Europe. Yeah. But NES wasn't as big in Europe, so yeah, maybe Europe. I want a Captain N game though. Like, I don't want a Smash Brothers RPG. I want a Captain N game. I want his weapon to be the fucking NES Zapper. Like, I want that. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want a Smash RPG to be. I don't necessarily want a Captain N with blue tits King Hippo and this weird.
No, like, take it seriously.
I would like that, but I would like
I love
a
blue
Smash
tits.
Smash Brothers RPG where the main character is Kevin. And he has the cool controller thing where he can like press the D-pad and warp to the left, and he uses the zapper gun. Like, I want that. I don't necessarily want the floating Game Boy because I've always thought Game Boy was dumb.
No, I want the Game Boy to be a fucking Moogle. I want a Moogle analog Game Boy. That's what I want. It surprises me. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because Nintendo hates fun. But
famously.
Very, very classically, very obviously, bunch of fucking fun haters. You better fuck.
It does surprise me that nobody's really done that yet. I mean, in a similar way that they haven't really gone full Smash Brothers style with, in the Yankees game?
Yeah. Because Ahmed Rosario is a shitty third baseman, Kris. He also hit a home run, so, like, he's a good offensive player, but he is... like, I am as good a third baseman as him. That's not true. That's a fucking shitty thing to say. I'm nowhere near as good a third baseman as Ahmed Rosario. I'm so much better. He's just not very good at the third base.
I am similarly surprised that Mario Kart didn't go the Smash Brothers route, right?
Yeah.
Because if you look at Sonic racing games and the way that they go through all the Sega properties, come on.
It's fun.
I love Mario Kart, but boy, would it be so much cooler to have a Smash Kart. And with the RPGs, I would love there to be a Kingdom Hearts style, like where it is a character, an original character. I think Kevin's the perfect one for it. To go to all of these different game worlds, and then like, okay, now I'm in the Mega Man universe, and we're gonna fight X, Y, and Z. Now I'm in the Legend of Zelda universe. Now I'm in Castlevania. Now I'm in Bayonetta.
But it's got to be
reason.
sassy. Flying tits mother brain. It has to be.
I want a dead serious Metroid game that ends with her as the final boss. Just absolute dead serious Metroid. And then Samus shows up, just like, Samus, welcome to my lair.
Yep, 100%. That's what I want. That's what I want. You fucking cowards
just the
at
camera
Nintendo.
bang to Samus's visor, just the blank expression of just like wondering what the fuck is happening right now. God, I want that.
Yeah.
We can't have nice things, Dan. We can't have nice things.
We can't. Anyway, so all of that aside, it was a fine episode.
It was fine. I think I'd put it above the Code. I don't think I put it above Mega Man Campus Commandos because it didn't have Top Man.
That's fair. That whole Top Man section. I mean,
there was
but
nothing
it also
in
had
this that was quite
Cutman, Steve Cutman, being felled by a fucking tree, which is pretty.
That it did.
Pretty goddamn stupid. But yeah, I mean, it's either the best or the second best thing we've watched so far.
Okay, because that's actually towards the bottom. Like, the number one we have is Conqueror Worm, and then we've got Super Mario World Rock TV. So, all right. We agree that it's better than Captain N. The next one from the bottom is Mega Man, Campus Commandos. Is this better or worse than Campus Commandos?
I actually think it was better. I enjoyed it more.
Really?
But I could be swayed either way. I don't feel that strongly, I suppose. Especially because Caleb Duran just hit a 2-run home run and now it's 4-2 and it's my fault, so I'm turning it off.
What of Wing Commander? Is this better or worse than Wing Commander Academy Expendable?
I think it's technically worse, but I probably enjoyed it. No, I didn't enjoy it more. No, yeah, that's fine.
So it's going to sit right... I think it sits there. I think it's in our 4th place position.
No.
I think Super Mario World Rock TV has gotten away on that one joke that you liked way too long. But at least our Earthworm Jim is at the top of the list.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Captain N, the Lost City of Congoland, is currently in 4th place for our overall year rankings. So I do want to say, before we bring up the wheel, I had a couple other things I wanted to mention. At one point, there was completely ill-fitting but totally awesome Castlevania music playing. When Simon was talking to Princess Lana, I think it was playing the final boss theme from the original Castlevania. I loved it when they would bring that game music into this show. It didn't happen super often. The decision to make Simon Belmont and Vanity Smurf will always confuse me. Oh, and then they did the fun cartoon thing. And I've been watching a lot. I've been watching Dragon Ball a decent amount, and this happens there all the time. The helmet lands on her head, which we all knew was going to happen, but as the transformation is happening, no one does anything. Everyone gawks. When a thing happens in an old cartoon like this, there's always just shot after shot of gawking. Like, boy, this bad thing's happen. We should do something to stop it. But instead, we're just going to gawk at it.
We're just going to look at it for a minute.
It's the best we got.
If we didn't look at it for a minute, we could not have gotten that sweet original music number later in the episode.
There was a music number that was so... I did not care for that at all. That's why I would want to put this below Campus Commandos. It was bad. And completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the wheel, shall we? Let's bring up the wheel of names. Let me get my screen recording so that we can be ready for that. I'm going to start recording, and here we are on the wheel of names. We are ready to spin now. Where's the wheel of names going to take us next? What show is on the list? Ooh, it's looking blue. Sonic the Hedgehog. We have a winner.
Celebrating his 35th birthday. Excellent.
In strange and unusual ways, which we will talk about shortly. So Sonic the Hedgehog, not The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I can't remember which one this is. So let's see. Sonic the Hedgehog, let's go to the Plex server and see what episode we're going to watch of Sonic the Hedgehog. Is this the serious one? I think this is the serious. I think The Adventures is the comedy one. Sonic the Hedgehog? No, Hedgehog.
Or Hedgehog.
There we go. Sonic the Hedgehog. Fine. Yes, this is the action show, not the comedy show, but also with Jaleel White. So, random episode, shuffle. Oh, we going right to the beginning. Not exactly. The episode we're watching is Season 1, Episode 2, Sonic Boom.
All right.
So there you have it, everybody. The next stop on the SAG Cartoon Express. Boy, I hope so. The next episode will be Sonic the Hedgehog, Season 1, Episode 2, Sonic Boom, and with that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's going on in Week Old News. I'm going to have myself some birthday cake because it's my birthday week and I still have birthday cake, and I'm going to eat as much of it as I can fit in my fat face. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from geekade.com. Stick around.
Welcome to Castlevania!
It's Congo Land! Do you enjoy the Stone Age Gamer podcast and other shows on the Geekade Podcast Network? Do you wish you could listen to them sooner than the regular unwashed masses? Do you wish you could contribute in some way? Well, then you should check out the Geekade Patreon. Yes, the Geekade Patreon is a wonderful and very much appreciated way for you to help us pay the bills and keep our shows running week after week. As a Geekade patron, you'll get a monthly podcast topic schedule and early access to nearly every show on the Geekade Podcast Network, as well as access to a patron-exclusive monthly show called DC's Amazing Movie Time from the creators of the Weekend Rental podcast. So head on over to patreon.com/geekade and become a loved and appreciated member of the Geekade Patreon team and get early access to shows like the Stone Age Gamer podcast, this week's episode, Turning Tracks, and a whole lot more. See you there.
All right, everybody, we are back. Try as I did enjoy my birthday cake. It's so good. It's just basic bitch rainbow chip with blue icing. It's a fucking masterpiece. Eddie Hoozles. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for Week Old News. Welcome to Week Old News, where we talk about all the news that was new a week ago. First and foremost, kicking us off, Nintendo Life reports Nintendo announces the construction of a new 121 billion yen R&D center in Japan. Way to go, guys. Planned completion date March 2029. And sure, build a new building for R&D. Do it. Go nuts.
I am really hopeful that that is the Kid Icarus building. That's what I want it.
That would be lovely. No, but seriously, like, why is this so different? I'm not saying that Nintendo is a wonderful corporation that loves you and wants to just give out smiles and rainbows. But why is this so different from every other story that we hear? Nintendo wants to build a new building for R&D. Not an AI data center.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish it weren't, like, newsworthy. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's neat that they're building a new building. I think it's neat that they are doing well enough to build a new building. That's cool.
I hope it is an AI data center. Never mind, I take it back. I hope that's what it is.
They're not currently... What is it? They're not currently laying off hundreds of employees.
Not yet.
They're building a building, right? Not yet. You never know. But currently... Yay, expansion.
Hold on a second. What the fuck is happening upstairs? I'm hearing a lot of banging around. And, like, the dogs are barking. I think my family... They might be getting murdered right now. It's very possible. I'm not going to get up and check, though. I'm going to text.
I didn't actually hear what you said. As soon as you said that, it just everything cut out.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's fireworks. That's why the dogs are freaking out. Okay. I thought my family was getting murdered, so I texted Tiff, "Are you dead?" She is not.
All right. Your turn.
All right, let's start the shit. IGN reports that Apple is the latest company to raise prices because of AI. Here we go again. Just a week after Tim Cook said price raises were inevitable, they're very Thanos. Apple has raised prices on most of its product due to increased memory demand. I saw this story this morning because people were like freaking out that the Apple store was down, like, which never fucking happens. Everything got a massive jump. And like the MacBook Neo, which came out this year at $599, which was like, all right, that's still like kind of expensive for an iPhone with a keyboard, but like iPhones are pretty fucking powerful. That's cool. That's now up to $699. It's no longer attractive at that price. The top-end Mac Studio with an M3 Ultra chip went from $3,999 to $5,299. That one comes with 96 gigabytes of RAM. That's why it went up so much. Like, everything is just getting insane. An Apple TV went from $129. Apple TV 4K went from $129 to $199. It's fucking nuts. Like,
everything's broken.
I think the message going forward is like, take care of your shit. Really take care of your shit. Like, what you currently have, really fucking take care of it.
Yeah. Because buying replacements.
As we're about to continue to report, there's some other shit getting more expensive today.
But
Yay.
Before we do, real quick, speaking of shit, GameStop CEO came up with the plan to buy eBay on the toilet, wants it to become reseller of digital gaming items. That's about as far as I got into this. Just the notion that it is a GameSpot newsworthy that GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is trying to buy eBay for $56 billion, came up with the idea on the crapper.
Yeah, it tracks.
I would extend that into digital collectibles. If you look at all of these in-game items from AAA titles that people are accumulating, skins, weapons, all of these things, taking eBay and building a marketplace where you can provide liquidity for in-game digital items, he said. Essentially, it's what NFTs could have. People thought they were, but ultimately they had no real utility. In-game items actually have real utility.
Phillies are up 7-5, by the way.
Holy cats!
Because Bryce Harper is a fucking animal.
Oh my god! It's the 9th inning. They did good.
They did.
Oh, I wish I was watching this. I mean, it's
Bryce
not
Harper
over.
just cracked a home run.
And no
Phillies
outs,
up
right?
7-5. No outs.
No
Top of
outs.
the 9th. Brandon Marsh is up.
And
Fucking wet head, drippy motherfucker.
looks like Marsh made it to first because I can just see on my watch like the first base just lit up. So
yeah.
And if you're watching on Stream East, it's usually a good like 30-40 seconds behind.
It is, yeah.
Man, oh man, I wish I was watching this. Goodness gracious me. Yeah. The GameStop should not buy eBay. What's next?
The studio behind Mio Memories in Orbit is closing down. The team was a subsidiary of this is coming from Push Square. The team was a subsidiary of Focus Entertainment, which published the aforementioned Metroidvania action game in January of this year. Months after the game's release, Duget Dijamé, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's French. Bought back its own shares to become fully independent and then subsequently closed its doors. Which I have not picked this game up yet. This game is on my wish list. The Steam Summer Sale started today. I believe it is on like a ridiculous price right now. Yeah, it's $14.99 right now. I mean, it's only $20 regular, but the company is shutting down. It's $15. I think I'm going to pick it up. This game looks incredible, was reviewed incredibly positively, had been talked about for like at least the last year, coming out and like lots of promotion and all this shit. And again, though, we see a successful game that is reviewing well not be enough. Because for whatever reason, it's just not enough. And that's a bummer. So let's talk about more shitty things.
Kotaku reports, because I followed the link in the article that you posted, EA lays off unknown number of people ahead of expected $55 billion sale to Saudi Arabia. There's nothing about that I like.
You're selling your company for $55 billion and also firing people to better meet fans' changing needs.
Quote, as part of this evolution, we are making or proposing to make changes to some roles, creating new roles, and moving certain work to different teams, locations, or service partners, it continued. Electronic Arts can just eat a bag of turds.
Do you remember when they were cool?
Kinda. They did publish James Pond for Sega Genesis.
I mean, they used to make interesting, fun games. They used to not just be this. Speaking of
I forget who I was talking to. We were talking about how, like, who the hell was I talking to about this? Just talking about, like, how soccer is this, it's such a thing around the world. It's this absolutely beloved game around the world, but FIFA is just the fucking worst.
They are.
Like, the company
fucking
FIFA
scumbags.
is just so terrible. And Electronic Arts is like, it's the EA is the FIFA of video games, even though they don't publish FIFA anymore.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just, it just makes me sad. The company is currently in the process of going private in an estimated $55 billion deal, which will see it sold to a group composed of Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Silver Lake Partners, and Affinity Partners, an investment firm founded by President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Yep.
Everything
8 to
about
5
that
Philly.
makes everything it touches worse. Are you I want to watch this game. 10 to 5. What? My watch
What?
just says
Oh.
10 to 5.
Apparently
Tell
somebody
me when it
just
happens.
Apparently somebody just hit a 2-run home run, because I just watched JT Realmuto double home Brandon Marsh, and now Hill, I don't know who Hill is. Hill is up, the number 8 hitter. Oh, and first pitch, he takes a fucking center meatball way out. That's not where you're supposed to throw baseballs. You do not want to throw center fucking meatballs, man. It is now 10 to 5. Phillies are leading in the top of the 9th with 2 outs in a game they were losing 5-0.
I love baseball. It's so interesting. 10 to 5.
It is.
Oh my god.
Can't ever get too high.
You talk about this next
Can't ever
story.
get...
I'm putting it on my TV behind me. You talk about this next story for a second. I just gotta see the end of this game.
Where did my browser go? Well, I need you for this. You prick. Oh, I gotta rearrange my browsers any damn way. Oh my god, there's so many fireworks happening outside of my house right now. My dogs are freaking out. Anyway, Pure Xbox reports that Sony issues a statement announcing significant job cuts at Bungie. We hate to keep breaking you news on layoffs, but it feels like it's happening all the time at the moment. Sony's Herman Hulst had to say this to employees earlier today. We have made the decision to reduce Bungie's workforce, affecting a significant number of employees, including most of the Destiny team and some Marathon team members. There are also reductions across SIE teams that support Bungie's operations. Over the past several months, together with Bungie leadership, we reviewed the studio's long-term direction, development priorities, resource needs, and role within our broader portfolio strategy. We explored multiple alternatives before concluding that a reduction was necessary to align the studio's resources with its current priorities and long-term goals. In a separate statement made by Bungie on social media, the company admits that it fell short of expectations these past few years with Destiny 2, and that the company is embarking on a reduction in force as it seeks to reorganize. This fucking
I
sucks.
thought people liked Destiny 2.
They did.
Isn't Destiny 2 a reasonably well-liked thing?
It is. Somehow, Destiny 2 has, let's see. Destiny 2 profits. I saw this somewhere earlier today. Destiny 2. Okay. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 has generated over $900 million in lifetime revenue on Steam alone, and has frequently been a top-grossing platinum earner on the platform. Despite these strong historical earnings, the franchise faced revenue struggles in recent years, notably running 45% below projections following the Lightfall expansion.
Wow.
The game's final content update in June saw a massive spike, generating a record $3.7 million in daily revenue on Steam, up from $290,000 the previous day. It is shocking that a game that costs that has made just on Steam, not counting PlayStation, is just on Steam, a game that has made over $900 million in revenue, and they laid off over 400 people today. How have you gotten it that fucked up?
How do you look at a how do you not just continue to invest in that kind of potential?
How are you that fucking upside down?
I don't get it. And I don't get it, and I'll never get it. It
doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway.
I hate it. I hate all of it. All right.
These two are fun before we talk about some more shit.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Polygon reports Xbox and Spider-Man director are working on the perfect Pirates of the Caribbean successor. What? You put this one in here, so I don't actually... So, Asha Sharma, the new CEO of Xbox, has a plan to make Xbox not just the biggest game company in the world, but the biggest entertainment company. With that vision in mind, the confirmation from EW that Rare's action-adventure pirate sandbox game Sea of Thieves is being... Oh, this is it just talking into the Sea of Thieves movie is happening. Okay. I didn't really understand what that headline meant, but yeah, I know I heard they're making a Sea of Thieves movie. Like, okay. That could be really fun.
It could be, and it's being made by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, which was fucking dope as fuck. That movie was great.
Yeah, it was a good flick.
And he is also doing Spider-Man Brand New Day, so, like, kind of a big deal. You know. Fuck the Eagles, too, though. All right, anyway, Polygon reports Lara Croft is joining G.I. Joe to celebrate her 30th anniversary. Tomb Raider star's new unified design is being immortalized in 6-inch form. Interesting story for two reasons. One, this figure looks, I think, outstanding. The current G.I. Joe classified line is really, really good. They're really, really nice figures. Lots of accessories, really good sculpts, good painting. I didn't really go too deep down the classified rabbit hole because there's a lot of them. I think I've got three. I've got Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and Destro. But they are, for whatever reason, putting out a Tomb Raider cross G.I. Joe. What I thought was interesting about this story, though, is that they talk a little bit later about this new unified look. So it says, it is particularly of note that this figure touts the new unified look for Lara Croft, which developer Crystal Dynamics and IP holder Embracer Group have been rolling out over the past several years. The appearance, which first premiered in Call of Duty of all places, has become the character's de facto appearance in almost all material Croft has appeared in lately. While unified might give you the impression that the devs just wanted to look the same everywhere, the title actually refers to a new approach to the two Tomb Raider timelines. 2013's Tomb Raider and its two sequels, Rise and Shadow, are considered the Survivor trilogy and served as a reboot of the character separate from her timeline that started with the 1996 original. Going forward, Crystal Dynamics and Embracer hope to unify the timelines into one coherent chronology, with the Survivor trilogy serving as a preface to the Lara Croft we know at the beginning of 1996's Tomb Raider. And I just thought that was somewhat interesting information to get from an announcement about the toy. So,
Yeah.
it's all canon. Like, they're putting everything back to... It's all there.
That's weird. Okay.
It is. The next game that comes out is supposed to, like... So the next game that comes out is the remake of the PlayStation 2
The first one.
The first one. Really excited about it. I know it's got some concerns around it. It's whatever. I'm really excited about it. I really like those Tomb Raider games. The next game that's supposed to come out later next year is going to take place after, I think, like Underworld, which was released in like 2008 or something like that. So, but it's going to like chronologically follow that game. So it's going to pick up the Lara Croft story after like 9 games deep already, which is interesting. But the toy looks dope as shit. I'm definitely going to get it. All right.
Okay.
Back to bad things.
Where were we? Let's see. Hardware. GameSpot reports your window to pre-order a Steam machine is about to close, and no, it's not cheap. We learned this week that the Steam machines are going to cost $1 billion a piece. I'm just kidding. The article says, at long last, Valve has revealed the price for its highly anticipated Steam machine. The system will officially cost $1,049 for its 512 gig version without a Steam controller, and launches on June 30th. From there, the price increases to $1,349 for the 2 terabyte model without a controller, and $1,428 with a controller. Pre-orders open up June 25th, which is the day that we're recording this, but require potential buyers to join a waitlist to be eligible for an opportunity to pre-order one. This is all so backwards. I thought the point of the Steam machine was to have it be like an affordable console-style PC thing.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't the point this controller? Like, isn't one of the main points the controller? And it's like, sure, you could buy this consoleized PC that is actually going to be more expensive than consoles for now, and no controller.
So, I'm of two minds on that. As someone with a Steam Deck, the little touchpad, mousepad dealies that are on the Steam Deck, I have used exactly never. That's not true. I use them in the fucking Portal thing, the Aperture desk job that teaches you how to use a Steam Deck. That's the only time I've ever used them. So I don't care about the controller. And honestly, like, should it come with a controller? Sure, it should. However, unlike consoles, there is nothing inherently singular about the Steam controller that is necessary for the console. Like, it would have been absurd for the Wii to not come with the Wiimote. That have been like, well, I can't fucking do anything with this, right? It would have been shitty for the PlayStation 5 to not come with a DualSense, but you can use a PlayStation 4 controller on there. So if you had one, you were okay. With the Steam machine, you have a controller. I have a controller. You have probably 5 or 6 different controllers in your house that you can use on this thing. Like, it is what it is. Should it come with one? Sure. Is it a deal breaker that it doesn't? No. If you have a USB controller, you can use it. You'll be okay. Now, the price is fuck you. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. I was really excited about the Steam machine.
We had this conversation.
I was really excited up to probably like $700, honestly. Like, that's not a cheap thing, but to get another console in the house, right, for lack of a better term, it's a mini PC and whatever. Yeah, okay. They're going for a console-like experience. To bring a console-like experience that hits close to base PS5 graphics and performance. Little less than PS5, but better than PS4, right? That's kind of the benchmark where things seem to be. As someone who has quite a large Steam library, who hooks their Steam Deck up to the TV to play it most of the time, I do play it handheld, but I still often hook it up to the TV. I am the target market for this product. I understand that things cost what they cost, right? Like, I get that it's not cheap for them to make it right now, but it's like $350 too much. It just, like, it's not, because I think somebody did a breakdown of Valve is making potentially $30 to $40 per Steam machine sold, right? So, like, they're not selling it at a loss like a lot of consoles are sold. Or maybe that's not even true anymore. I don't know. That used to be the case, right? Of like consoles were sold at a loss because you would make it up in game sales and whatever. But they're not making very much off of the Steam machine. That is how absurd things have gotten. I am sure that this initial run will sell out, because everything does. But I just don't think this is going to be a big hit. I think that's a fucking bummer. Because, man, I was into this. You know? I was into this. Five times more powerful than the Steam Deck. Plug it right into the TV. I don't want to buy an Xbox, you know, to play a couple of the Xbox games that I'm interested in that are exclusive. But if I could have played them on the Steam machine, and also my existing Steam library, yeah, I was in. You know? Now, not even a little bit. Because fuck AI.
Because fuck AI. But, I don't know. I almost feel like this next one is even more interesting.
This just hit today, Thursday when we're recording. Polygon reports a third Xbox price hike is coming just months after Game Pass got cheaper. Microsoft insists that Xbox Series S is one of the most affordable ways to play major franchises. The new Xbox console prices coming this August, so you still have a little bit of time. It's nice that they gave you a month. I do really appreciate that. Prices will be the Apple prices that we talked about earlier. That's what they're in the Apple Store today. So, like, when you listen to this podcast, maybe Amazon and Walmart and Target might not have updated their pricing yet, but at the Apple Store, they jumped up immediately. Microsoft is giving you about a little over a month to get something at the older prices. New Xbox console prices are as follows. The 512 Xbox Series S is getting a $100 increase from $399 to $499. An Xbox Series S 1 terabyte is getting a $150 increase from $449 to $600. The Xbox Series X digital is getting a $150 increase, $600 to $750, and the Series X, which I believe is a terabyte, is getting a $150 increase from $650 to $800.
Read the next
Xbox
sentence,
Series
Dan.
X.
Read the next sentence, Dan.
I am. The Xbox Series X launched in 2020 for $499 alongside the cheaper, less powerful Xbox Series S for $300.
The Xbox Series X, 6 years after its launch, is $300 fuckmothering dollars more. What world are we living in where this is happening? This is completely insane. This is so backwards. Game consoles would come out, and then as time went on, they would get less expensive. That's the way this thing has worked, because that's the way technology has always worked. But now, the world is so fucked, and AI is ruining everything for everyone.
It is.
This is
It
disgusting.
is pretty crazy.
What is it? The Switch 2 getting a $50 increase. We were looking at that like, man, that's fucking crazy. Like, now the Switch 2 is just going to be $500 with no game. It just seems like kind of a rough buy. But now, well, look what it's up against. Now, all of a sudden, the $500 Switch 2 is one of the more affordable options? Jesus Christ.
The $500 Switch 2 is the same price as an Xbox Series S with a 512 gigabyte hard drive. What's wild about this shit is that Microsoft made a price adjustment in May 2025. Then they again increased prices in October of 2025. And now in June of 2026 have again increased prices. They did highlight elsewhere, it's not in this article, but they did highlight a bunch of different ways that you could like finance the console, and that they would be doing, you know, like working to get refurb consoles and used consoles out there and all that shit. But like, we're in a fucking world where we're financing consoles like cars. Are you fucking nuts, man? Like, again, as I said, take care of your shit. Or join our Discord and play Earthbound, that we will eventually talk about, because that game came out forever ago. You could play that shit on a fucking pregnancy test, I'm sure of it.
Oh my goodness. I don't even... It just makes me want to throw up. It just all makes me want to throw up.
It's just wild, man. It just... So... Because really, I think the question is, like, to what end? Like, I understand that companies are out here and they're like, we got to make profits. Like, I understand that. I'm not dumb enough to sit here and say that, like, we don't live in a capitalist society and companies are, you know, should not make profit. Like, obviously companies are going to try to make profits. But at some point, like, there's just... there's no fucking blood in that stone, man. There just isn't. Motherfuckers are broke. And I know we always point to like, oh, but they had the biggest, most profits they've ever had. Well, yeah, shit costs more than it ever fucking has. Of course they had the biggest profits they've ever had. Shit's $300 more than it was 6 years ago. Of course. You know, like that. It's an unserious conversation being had by people when we're legitimately looking at look at your grocery bill. It's fucking nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. You go to the grocery store, it's a $50 trip minimum. It's $50 trip minimum.
$50.
I'm just saying, like, you just went to pick up milk and you forgot like 2 other things while you were there, and you walk out and you're like, fuck, how did I spend $50? I have 3 things. You know? Like, it's just absurd. The hobbies, the distraction from the shit of the world is now getting so expensive that you can't ignore it. Like, you can't turn off anything, you know? I gotta steal baseball games. Not that I ever would. I'm obviously watching my legal stream.
Well, I finished the game watching it in a perfectly legal way. The problem is that I can't access my legal way on my computer. I can only do it on the television. Because that's how segmented we are. 3 straight ninth inning comebacks.
World is a fucking
How
nightmare.
is anyone on that? Who on the Nationals is going to be able to sleep at night?
I don't know.
I can't imagine being on that team. Just
tell me
terrifying.
about this thing.
This is the complete opposite side of the spectrum that I knew almost nothing about this thing. GameSpot reports the best and most affordable family gaming console is now even cheaper. The Next Playground's ever-growing catalog is filled with hidden gems and fantastic family games. Did the Amico come out and we didn't know about it? Because this seems like kind of what Tommy was trying to tell us the Amico is going to be. All right, let's just read through this. Every so often, some new gimmicky piece of tech that's guaranteed to be the toy of the year comes out, make a splash, then quickly becomes another dusty device you have to find your way to dispose of. I try to keep this top of mind when investing in a new gadget for my own kids, but unfortunately, this fear was unfounded with the Next Playground. After a year and a half of owning the charming cube-shaped console, I can attest to both its quality and long-term appeal, and fortunately, for interested buyers, the console is currently on sale as part of Amazon Prime Day, which runs through June 26th. So I guess it's not getting a permanent price drop, but it's available for cheaper. I just found the notion of this thing existing was just really cool. So it's the Next Playground is currently $310, which again, I'm imagining a time where that would have sounded like a completely insane amount of money for a game console, and it also does require a subscription. This is for the 12-month pass, and the console is $310. So it's like, it does a bunch of motion gaming stuff. And it's a family-oriented game console that's not afraid of being connected to the internet. It just seems like this is a thing that's doing everything the Amico said it wanted to do, including having games with all of these licenses like Sesame Street and Bluey and whatnot. And it's actually supposedly pretty good for what it is doing. It's like it did like Connect, but made it in a way that's I don't know. This is just built around being its own unique Connect system that's just... Connect was cool for kids. It was a neat... Remember Connectimals? Like, that was a neat little thing.
See, the problem with this thing, though... I love
that this exists.
I love that this exists, too. But, like, the problem with this thing is that, like... Yeah, it's $350, which is an absurd amount of money to spend for a little kid to play games that their friends are going to make fun of them for. So, like,
Well, I mean, a little kid. I mean, this is this at this point, like, you're playing Peppa Pig games and Sesame Street games. Your friends aren't going to make fun of you for that. Your friends are going to want to come over and play this with you.
I don't know.
If your
kids are mean. Kids are
like
assholes.
I think like 4 and 5-year-olds are going to think that they would think this kind of thing is neat.
All right, so
fascinating.
The Yankees
That's a whole
have
ass game console I was barely aware of. All right, yeah, talk to me. How are things going in your world?
Yeah, enough about this fucking console that let's be honest, neither of us are ever gonna fucking play.
Yeah, true.
The Yankees, it is the top of the ninth. They're playing in Boston. The Yankees are down 6-3. One of their best players this year, Ben Rice, is up in the top of the ninth with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And I am now... I mean, they sold me the entire seat, Kris. I only need the edge. That's where I'm sitting. Ben Rice is 0 for 4. He's fucking due. He's due, Kris. And he just took a strike looking from Aroldis Chapman, former Yankee who gave up just a bunch of shitty home runs to the shitty-ass Astros. I mean, it's tense right now.
It's intensity in 10 cities.
That was not it, Ben Rice. Ben Rice just hit a fucking weak dribbler, just like a sad old man cum shot, just right down his leg. Boy, that was disappointing.
As you say, the drizzling shits.
It was quite literally the drizzling shits. Let's see how Team USA is doing against Turkey. It's 1-1. Son of a bitch, the World Cup is on fire. Oh, somebody just kicked their own player in the dick. Time Extension reports embarrassing. These $100 Sonic... Shits. Yes. These $100 Sonic re-releases aren't going down well with fans because, of course, they're not Nintendo games. Because if Nintendo put out fucking Mario Karts in NES packaging, in NES packages, cart-shaped, and it was clear, all of you people would be like, "Bah, give me more! All over my face, neck, and chest. How much? It's only 100? I'm getting 7. I can't wait." But because it's not Nintendo, we're fucking mad. And you know I'm not wrong. Our celebration of Sonic's past collides headfirst with the future. And in the wake of all that lightning-fast energy, we've found fragments of the emeralds themselves. These special cartridges will feature a unique translucent exterior housing a Chaos Emerald inner glow. So
when I first saw this, the first thing that came to my mind was like, well, wait a second. Can I get this game for like $12? Like an actual original one? Mm-hmm. Like, why in the world? At least with the Atari things, like, yeah, you can get those games for dirt cheap, but at least those packages had a bunch of really interesting looking stuff in them, I guess. They weren't for me, and I'm a huge Atari fan, but like, I guess if I had a shitload of money, they would be a neat thing to have. These are the most common Sega Genesis games on the fucking planet. Mm-hmm. What? And I will say, our friend Ryan at Castlemania Games posted on Twitter about this, and I think he really summed it up. If these were in the $50 to $60 range, I could see it. Sure, you could save $1 by getting a CIB a bit cheaper, but having something that is new, in good condition, and a little fun might be worth the extra $10 to $20. $99, that's insane. And I couldn't agree more.
He's not wrong. However,
he is not wrong. I felt similar to the Mega Man X thing, right? They did this is the same company that re-released Mega Man X, and I was like, okay, but why not just buy a Mega Man X? Like, now when they did Mega Man The Wily Wars, that makes sense. That didn't get a physical North American release. We got in a different situation. What are you following up with here? What do you got to say to this?
Well, I'm just saying, if Nintendo put out an anniversary edition, complete in box, NES cart, Super Mario Brothers, the just Super Mario Brothers, in a translucent Mario red shell for $100, sell out instantaneously. And nobody would bat an eye.
I don't think you're accurate on that at all.
I mean,
think
people
there
would
be
bat
lots
an
of-
eye because it's the fucking internet, but it would not be the same. It would not. I
I'm
don't
sorry,
think it
you
would
think
be the
these
same.
aren't going to sell out? You think these aren't going to sell out immediately? This is the exact same situation. These are going to
I
sell.
don't know. I don't know if they are.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. There are Sonic fanatics that are going to buy the shit out of these things, and there are scalpers who are going to buy the shit out of these things. They're going to sell.
Well, yeah.
But it's if Nintendo were to drop $100 reprint of Super Mario Brothers with absolutely nothing interesting in it. We saw this shit already when they dropped Super Mario All-Stars on the Wii for what was it, $30? It sold out because of scalpers, and then they reprinted it and it didn't sell out, and everyone complained because it was literally just the Super Nintendo ROM dropped on a disc. They fucking did that shit already, and that came with an art book. So no, it didn't sell out. It sold out once because it was in low quantities, and people were like, this is a neat collector's item. And then they reprinted it, and those did not sell out. And it has almost no collector's revalue because it's fucking bullshit. That Nintendo tax thing that they can get away with literally anything, they've proved
I still
that
think
they
it's
can't.
a little different because these are Genesis cards. That was a Switch game, right? Not a Super NES game.
Right,
Or
it's not a
Wii or whatever the
reprint
fuck it
of that
was.
original cartridge. It was a Wii disc, but
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if it was a Super Nintendo cartridge in translucent, like, I don't know. I don't give a fuck at the end of the
think
day.
it's the same
I'm
thing.
not buying
I think
any of
it's-
this shit. I think all of this
I
is
think
fucking
the internet
dumb.
is I think the internet is just as happy to give Nintendo as much shit as humanly possible when it comes to re-releasing stuff. So no, I don't think it would. I think it would sell out, but maybe not as fast as they'd want it to. And I don't think it'll go any faster than this one will, because there's always going to be the collectors that want these things because they're the collectors' things. But generally speaking, this is fucking nuts. This is exactly as nuts as re-releasing Mega Man X, which they did. Oh look, it's Mega Man X. It's just Mega Man X on a Super Nintendo cartridge. We didn't do anything different to the game. It doesn't even have crazy, interesting, new... And that's a Nintendo thing. That was a Super Nintendo game and a cool blue cartridge. And it was just like, but why? Just buy a used copy of Mega Man X. Why?
Yeah, just do
and
that.
game's not. And that game was still reasonably. Like, it wasn't X2. Do that for X3, right? Do that for Mega Man X3 because a copy of Mega Man X3 for Super Nintendo legitimately hard to find. There's not a lot of those out there. The first
hard
one,
to find, very
it's
expensive.
the best game of all of them. Exactly. When you do this for things that are like legitimately hard to find, that's fantastic. Go ahead, do that. But when you're doing it for these games, Sonic 1 and 2 for Sega Genesis, these are so common. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. I think it's all dumb. I've never understood this kind of thing. You know, that's just me.
Exactly. When you're re-releasing things that are just common, when you can go out and get the thing that's actually historically significant, if you want that original thing and you can just go out and get it, sure. But like, do it for things that re-release Musha, for fuck's sake.
Right?
Is there? Yeah. I mean, there isn't an uncommon Sonic game for Sega Genesis. Like, but how about instead of doing that, put all of them on one cartridge? Release a Sonic Sega Genesis cartridge that has Sonic 1, 2, and 3 on it. Or
could they do? Would it fit? I mean, I'm sure the technology exists. I'm sure.
Well, because back in the Genesis day, they did the 6-pack, right?
Oh yeah,
the Sega Genesis 6-pack had Sonic, Golden Axe, Columns, Revenge of Shinobi, Streets of Rage, and Super Hang-On. You could, at the very least, fit Sonic 1, 2, and Sonic 3 might be challenging. I don't know what the rules are for re-releasing Sonic 3 in its original form on Genesis with all the original music in it. So just do Sonic 1, 2, and Spinball on a single cartridge. and sell that for $100. It's still too much, but at least you could like kind of understand it. Like, here's a unique thing. That's something slightly interesting.
Yeah, like
Do
I
something
had
like
no
that.
problem. I had no problem paying $20 for the fucking Castlevania collections. Yep, no problem. $20 for all those games, one package, sweet. Like, I don't need to buy that. But if it had come out $100 physically, like, I forget what it was at Limited Run or whatever the fuck, but like, I don't need that.
It wasn't cheap. But now let's say it came out for, let's say a Castlevania collection of those, let's say the Advance one, right? All 3 Game Boy Advance Castlevania games, and a collection for $100 that also comes with a bunch of cool shit.
Right?
Not worth it for me personally because I have the original ones, but also if it comes with like a really cool art book and like a soundtrack and a bunch of other cool shit, like an actual collector's edition, some sort of new information, something to make it actually special, I could see that from a collector's point of view. These aren't that. These don't come with a cool poster or a figure or a keychain or a shit.
They just come with a different colored box.
I don't see what the draw for something like this is.
I don't get it.
Take the rare shit, put that, re-release that. Hell, re-release Castlevania Bloodlines for Sega Genesis. Re-release Contra Hardcore. Re-release Rocket Knight Adventures. These are games that are somewhat expensive to get complete in-box ones on. Do that shit. Re-release those ones. Make those easier. Like, because, it's not going to be the same as owning an original copy CIB, but it is a copy CIB, an official, complete in-box copy of this game. It's the next best thing. It's an interesting way to do it. Old man yells at Cloud.
He does.
Anyways, Time Extension also reports Sega's Yusuke Okunari wants to make every one of the company's games playable, but admits he'll probably retire before then. And this is neat. He's creating a massive in-house database of all the company's games, and once it's complete, he wants to make all the games playable. The past few years I've been working on creating an in-house game database, Okunori tells the Japanese publication before adding, I still have a long way to go to complete it, but a search of the current version reveals that excluding ports and remakes, there are about 2,800 Sega game titles. Including all of them, there are about 4,500 titles. Once this database is complete, I'd like to make it fully playable. I'll probably retire before then, so I'll likely have to hand over the work to someone else. That's cool. Do that.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Right? Wanting to preserve your company's history. I thought that was awesome.
I like that.
I know you started the show saying John was very upset that he was not able to finish Deltarune Chapter 5, which came out yesterday. Came out June 24th as a free update for anyone who owns the base game. And Polygon reports that Deltarune creator Toby Fox quietly reveals that Chapter 6, they are aiming for a 2027 release. So they don't say when in 2027, early release, late release, we don't know. Just says we're aiming for a 2027 release. So tell John he's got about a year. If he needs some time to finish it, it'll be okay.
I did. I talked about this. He said, I won't be able to play Chapter 6 unless I can beat this. And I was like, Chapter 6? Toby Fox just said it's not coming out until 2027. You've got time.
You've got some time, bud.
A day. You sat here and marathoned this thing all day. It's been a day. It's fine.
You should have been in school.
If you can't beat the final boss of this new game that came out today, the day it came out, it's okay if it takes you a couple of tries to get through this boss.
But all the streamers beat it, Kris.
They sure did. Dude,
I mean, look,
get a grip.
Penn went over her friend Cash's house, and a bunch of them got together, and they marathoned it yesterday, and they got all the way through it. And I think that's awesome. I think that's super cool. They're also 17, 18, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They're old nerds.
Here's what else I know. We've got so much more news, and it's already almost 10:30, and I have work tomorrow. So we gotta cross some shit off the list here. Kingdom Hearts quietly changes their cover art after accusations of AI art. I don't know what's going on there, and honestly, I don't care. Sega's got 2 new game collections coming out for the Switch, a bunch of old Sonic games and a bunch of new Sonic games. They seem like a pretty solid deal. I don't know what's going on physically, and I don't care. Sega confirms, I hate this one, Sonic Frontiers on Switch cannot be upgraded to the Switch 2 version. Why, you bastards?
Because fuck you.
Because fuck you. I think the only thing here that we really need to talk about is Grand Theft Auto. Besides the one thing I put in the strange and unusual category, and I'm not going to say anything about it. Not a single thing. Just going to read the headline. Arnold Schwarzenegger AI game is an Amazon Luna exclusive. Do with that what you will. Grand Theft Auto. Quote, this is even worse, Nintendo Life reports. GTA 6 Code in a Box reveal reignites game keycard debate. GTA 6 is coming out. It's going to be an $80 game for the base version. There is no physical version. As in, there's a physical thing, but there's no game in it. It's just a code in a box. They are not putting GTA 6 on physical media as far as we know. There's rumors they'll do it again in the future, and they're just doing this up front to avoid leaks and yada yada yada, blah blah blah.
It's going to come out physical in like the summer following the digital release, and people are going to buy it all over again because GTA people are fucking crazy. GTA people and Nintendo people share a specific level of crazy that I respect but don't quite understand.
One thing that they say right now that it coming out on a piece of physical media is is just a rumor and something people are assuming. But the one thing that Nintendo Life points out here is there could be several reasons behind this. For example, the sheer size of the game, because Red Dead Redemption 2 came on 2 discs. I think we're kind of at a point where releasing a game on multiple discs just seems counterintuitive. Absurd. And if your game is this big that it can't reasonably fit on a piece of physical media, well, then I guess it's gotta be something that's digital only. But then don't sell a quote-unquote physical version. But then again, people like this stuff that's in... God, I hate everything about this. Why is your game so fucking big?
I mean, I think that's awesome that the game's that big, because if it's going to be fucking $80 and you've been working on it for the last 48 years, you better have a decent amount of content. It better not be. I mean, not for nothing. Like, I know people are really excited and it's reviewing relatively well, but like, this new Star Fox game, I mean, the single player is like, what, 2 hours? Like, I know there's multiplayer shit, but like, you're asking people to drop $50 on a remake of a two-hour game. That's fucking wild to me.
It's Star Fox 64 isn't really a 2-hour game. You can beat one of the paths in 2 hours.
I know.
The point is for it to be replayed and find the different paths. Like, you can do that game in different ways. That's the point of it. It's not actually a 2-hour game.
Right.
Not like fucking Yoshi's Story, which is like a 15-minute game.
Right. Well, but this is what I'm saying. Like, even that, like, $50 for not a ton of content, whereas theoretically, with Grand Theft Auto, you're getting just a massive
theoretical bang for your buck there. People have been playing GTA 5 for 14 years. That's, if you're theoretically you're going to drop this $80 once, and you're going to get your money's worth eventually if this is your bag.
Penn's been playing Mugenics. She bought it when it came out. USA just scored a second goal, 2-1. That's fun. Or maybe the goal was disallowed. I don't know.
How are the Yankees doing?
Oh, they lost. Yeah, Ben Rice drizzling shits.
That was the end of the game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the end of the game. Penn bought Mugenics for like $30 or whatever when it came out. I was talking about this with somebody else today. She has played that game for 192 hours. She got her $30 worth. You know what I mean? Like yep. And she's not even done yet. Fucking maniac that she is. But anyway, I don't know. It's late, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. I kind of get it. There's this weird disconnect with buying a ton of stuff digitally where like you almost forget that you have it, right? Because you don't have that physical like reminder of it in front of you. That's obviously not something that's going to happen with Grand Theft Auto. Like, you buy that game, you're not going, oh, fuck, you remember I bought GTA 6? Shit, I haven't touched it yet. You know, like, that's not the market for it. But I kind of understand the want for a case, you know. I, again, think it's dumb, but, you know, I think Grand Theft Auto is dumb. Oh, apparently Turkey just scored. Never mind. Turkey is now up 2-1. They disallowed the goal.
Sandwich.
Anyway, that's it for week old news. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Kris has to go to bed.
We're going to call that. So we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to check in with the checkpoint. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from geekade.com. Stick around. Do you miss the days when you'd get a fresh issue of Nintendo Power in the mail every month? It was stacked with reviews, previews, and all manner of cool new stuff about the world of Nintendo, and it even came with a free poster. Well, you don't have to miss those days anymore because Nintendo Force is here. Functioning as a spiritual successor to Nintendo's classic magazine, Nintendo Force is staffed with top-notch writing talent, and me for some reason, to deliver fresh new reviews, previews, and more right to your door every other month. And yes, posters are still included, except ours are double-sided. So if you want the thrill of learning all about the world of Nintendo in physical format, head on over to NintendoForceMagazine.com and learn all about it. Nintendo Force Magazine, the force of Nintendo fans.
All right, you ready?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right, everybody. We're back.
You're trying to go to bed, you know.
I am trying to go to bed. I'm just going to fall asleep on the podcast.
It's excellent podcasting.
I finally did that, by the way. During the last episode of Waveback, I was recording with Matt. I actually finally did like full on fall asleep during the show.
What was the music?
It's fucking Donut County. The chillest music in the world. I love that music, but it is so chill, and I was so tired, and it just sent me off. I was happily asleep. Fuck. We're back. All right.
I was enjoying my shit.
Yeah, no, it is time to check in with the checkpoint.
Checkpoint!
And I have a few things to discuss. Do you have anything to discuss?
I've got one to discuss that I've been playing this week, so I'll just go and get it out of the way. I got a review copy. I got a review copy at like 11:30 last Sunday night when the embargo was up in like a half hour. So I didn't get the review done for the embargo. I'm hoping to have it published tomorrow, or at least finished tomorrow. But I got a review copy for the Switch 2 port of Devil May Cry 5, the Devil Hunter Edition. And since we're not under embargo anymore, I can safely say that it is Devil May Cry 5. For all that's good about that and bad about that. I fucking love it. I'm having an absolute blast with it. It plays great on the Switch too. There's like really no No noticeable like drops anywhere. Handheld docked, doesn't really matter. It's a super, super fun game to play. I will have more in the review for it. But the only negative is that I've noticed on the Switch too, and on the Steam Deck at some lower graphics settings, that there is a certain crispiness to the hair on a lot of Capcom models that is not necessarily there in other versions of the game. And there's definitely some crispiness to the hair textures in Devil May Cry 5. But other than that, gameplay is awesome. It's super fucking fun. There is nothing. They didn't add anything to the Switch 2 port, right? This game came out in 2019. We talked about it, that, it's a port of an old game. It's awesome that it's coming out because it's really fun. For some reason, Devil May Cry 4 is not available on Switch, like at all. You can get 1, 2, 3, and now 5. You can't get 4 at all.
That's weird. I didn't realize 4 was missing.
I don't know if that also counts that Ninja Theory DMC one. I don't know if that's available on Switch. I didn't love that one. I didn't hate it, but it was just missing that certain Capcom thing that they do. There are rumors that a Devil May Cry 1 remake is coming, which I would be really, really interested in. I love that first Devil May Cry game.
First Devil May Cry was great. God, I haven't touched that in decades. God, that's sad.
I loved the first Devil May Cry. I liked 2 a lot. 3 was fine. 4, I don't even remember. 5, though, I'm really, really having a good time. I'm really having a blast. It's a short game. It's 10, 11 hours, something like that. But if you are looking for a fun action game to play on your Switch 2, this is absolutely a great way to play this game.
Cool.
Yeah. It's super fun.
All right.
That's
Here
it.
we go.
What do you got?
Well, I will start with, it was my birthday on Monday, and it was kind of a shit day. Been going through some stuff at home, and it was kind of a shit day, but it was also the day after Father's Day, which was lovely, because for the first time in, I can't remember how long, on Father's Day, I did nothing. I blew off. I didn't check in with work. I didn't look to see how many tickets were still cooking. I just stayed in bed. I slept in the bed. My kids gave me breakfast in bed. And let me tell you, John's talked a lot of shit about making scrambled eggs. I taught John how to make scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Because it's
water
a food
or
that
milk,
he'll actually
what do you
eat now.
add?
Oh, he's milk. Milk, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I also put spinach in mine, and I taught him to put spinach in his because he needs more vegetables in his diet, and so we just did that. He accepts spinach, and now that's just part of scrambled eggs for him. Spinach, grated Parmesan cheese, milk, salt, and pepper. I can honestly say that the eggs that he made for me on Father's Day were among the best I've ever had in my fucking life.
Wow.
Was it probably because they had so much cheese in them? It was like eating fluffy bunches of Parmesan cheese? Probably. But they were still fucking delicious. And Ellie made me pancakes, and apparently she did almost all of it. Just made the pancakes, mixed the batter, flipped them, the whole 9 yards. Scrambled eggs,
kids made
pancakes
me a cake.
with syrup. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's marvelous.
A Dubai chocolate cake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I stayed in bed. They all pitched in to get me new sandals, which haven't shown up in the mail yet, but they saw that my sandals were falling apart, and they know how much I love wearing sandals, so got me new ones. And I stayed in bed, and I watched Mystery Science Theater. And then I fell asleep watching Mystery Science Theater. And that was really a thing. That was a day of just blowing off all responsibilities and relaxing And it was the
That's
most relaxed
outstanding.
I had felt in a very long time. Something odd happened, though, when watching Mystery Science Theater, and I don't have access to my notes because my phone is currently recording this podcast, but I fell asleep watching an episode of Mystery Science Theater that I hadn't seen in a very long time. Just quick rewind. I have come to really appreciate the saying, holy cats. Instead of holy cow or holy shit, I find holy cats to be completely fucking ridiculous. I first heard this from my friend Erica, who said it, and it cracked me the fuck up because it was so absurd.
Right.
Cats? Why cats? That's ridiculous. And it has found its way into my own vocabulary. So I fall asleep watching Mystery Science Theater, and I wake up towards the very end of the episode, and the first words I hear from this episode from, I think, season 5 of Mystery Science Theater, which I want to say was like 1993, is Tom Servo saying, holy cats. And I was like, what? That doesn't seem right. I put my glasses on and properly woke up and rewound, and sure as shit, there was Tom Servo saying, holy cats. I was like, what the hell? It was an episode, I can't remember which episode it was, but it was one that I hadn't, I've seen every episode of it, but it's one that I haven't watched in a very, 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 very long time. It's not one of my favorites, but it was whichever one I fell asleep to. I couldn't believe that happened. So when I went to go pick up the kids, it was actually our last day of school. We wound up parking next to Erica and her husband, and as they got out of the car, I was like, you, come here. And I booted up the episode on my phone, and I was like, this is what I fell asleep to, and this is what I woke up to. Like, literally, I gained consciousness, and within seconds, this happened. And I played it for her. She was like, what the hell? I thought I made that up. I was like, well, you didn't. But Tom Servo did. And I'm sure he didn't either, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That was a weird experience.
That's outstanding.
Something that holy cats. Anyway.
Holy cats. I got these
tomorrow
headphones for Father's Day.
Oh, you did?
I got these
congratulations.
Over the years Sony W whatever the fuck. I don't fucking know. Because I was like, I really like the AirPod Pro 4s. Or the AirPod Mac, I don't fucking remember. AirPod Pro, whatever the fuck they are. Whatever the newest AirPod Pros are.
Yeah, the ones that translate things in your ears for you.
Yeah. They're really cool. I use them for work all the time. But this podcast goes long, as you know, you're here. And after like 3.5 hours, the AirPods get a little like, So I wanted some new over-the-air headphones. These are very, very nice.
So I'll talk more about this next week, but tomorrow, the reason we're recording tonight on Thursday instead of Friday is tomorrow we're all going to see Bit Brigade. They're going to perform Mega Man X. I'm really fucking excited about it. It's Bit Brigade and the Super Guitar Brothers. I think I've talked about it on the show before. It's finally happening. I'm really, really jazzed about it. They're right up the street in Atlantic City. This is going to be a hoot and a holler. The rest of what I have to talk about is all video games that I actually managed to play. Besides the fact that I didn't get to play Star Fox yet, because my Star Fox is late. I ordered it from Amazon because it was $10 cheaper there. It was $50 for the physical version. And for reasons that I cannot understand, my pre-ordered copy is arriving Monday.
Why not?
I don't know why. Why not?
This is why we don't
Game came out
pre-order
today.
shit.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to have any time to play it. I wouldn't have had any time to play it today. I'm not going to have any time to play it tomorrow. Maybe I would have some time to play it over the weekend, but maybe by then my order will have shipped and it'll show up. Who knows? Anyway, back to shit I actually did play. The Shadow knows. Ellie and I have been playing a bunch of Switch sports recently, and also we were talking about baseball. And I was like, we've never really played Wii Sports Baseball, have we? And she's like, no. And so I booted up Wii Sports Club, the Wii U Wii Sports game, just so that we could play the baseball together. Man, we're having a blast with that. I hadn't played it in forever. Like, I don't even think I ever played the baseball on Club, because that's the one where one of you, the pitcher holds the Wii U gamepad, and you use the motion controls to do your pitch and stuff, and also if there's a fly ball, you point the thing up and like use the camera to catch the ball. Really cool. we were having a blast with Wii Sports Baseball, and also, Switch Sports, because it's just fun.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about Switch Sports Resort, and I hope that they add more games, and I hope they eventually add baseball, because I really like the baseball. It's fun.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like enough is on there.
Yeah, it seems like it's enough for a start, right? Because we got new sports added as free DLC in the original Switch Sports.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what
see
I'm
if
saying.
they do that again.
It seems like...
Because Wii Sports Resort had a ton of stuff in it from the get-go.
Yeah.
Would I prefer that they do that than adding them via DLC? Yeah, probably. But at least I understand the mindset behind adding it as DLC, because it puts it in the news and the public mindset more later on, and it's a free update, and it kind of encourages more sales. I understand it from a sales perspective. I don't love it, but I get it. At least it's free.
Right.
So I'm really excited about Star Fox. I'm very, very, very excited about that game. From playing the demo, we talked about it a little bit. I think it was last week, but
yeah,
boy, that demo really sold me on it. I'm so excited about it. And we got another demo for Rhythm Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't need to sell me on it, but it fucking did. Because I knew in my heart that I was excited for it because it's Rhythm Heaven, and I always really enjoy those games. But when I actually got to sit and play it, I was really, that's when the hype became actually real. Because the fact there's a new Rhythm Heaven game at all is completely insane to me. So I'm just I know it's there, and I know as soon as I get it, I'm going to be absolutely into it. But I wasn't really allowing myself to get overly hyped for it. And then I played that demo. It's magic. Rhythm Heaven is just pure magic. But there's something a little bit different about this one. And
okay.
As I'm playing it, I'm thinking to myself, these are pretty basic. They've got all the personality, and the music is catchy. That's all there. But the first one in particular was really basic, and I was kind of bothered by it until Ellie played it.
Okay.
She loved this demo, and she cannot wait to play more, because she got through all 4 levels, and then the remix on her first, second, maybe third try. And then she finished all of them with they don't call it superb anymore. It's awesome. The high scores on all of them. She was really proud of that. It's all right, well, let's go downstairs and play more Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
So I booted up Rhythm Heaven Fever on Wii, my favorite one. She couldn't get past the first one. The monkey golf, the hole-in-one, she couldn't get past that level. She tried for a half an hour while I was working. Kept trying. I was very proud of her for not giving up, but she couldn't get the hang of it. And then I remembered why she stopped playing the game in the first place. Because it's more complicated. So now I have some concerns that perhaps Rhythm Heaven Groove isn't going to get as challenging as the other ones. Maybe it's all easier. But if it's what I think is going on, that they lowered the barrier of entry. At the very least, even if the whole game is ultimately easier, it will be more accessible because of how low they put the barrier of entry, right? This first stage is not that hard to get through. It does take a little bit of thought to get to the highest score, but to just get through it and move on to the next stage is way easier than it is in previous Rhythm Heaven games. And at first I was a little irked by it, but then I realized the other Rhythm Heaven games, it's really easy for people to get turned off to them, because even if they think they're adorable and look fun, not everybody can get through them very far. They're hard as shit. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. It's joyful. It's everything I love about Nintendo games. And the fact that Star Fox was today and Rhythm Heaven is, I think, Thursday, just getting this little back-to-back of...
Oh, I thought it was 2 weeks. It's Thursday?
It's the July 2nd, the same day we're going to the Phillies game with Ellie. So I'm not going to be able to play it on the day it comes out, because that's most of the day. Maybe we'll pick it up on the way home. I didn't pre-order that. I'm just going to buy it from Best Buy. Although I should probably pre-order because I don't know how many they're going to get. So maybe I'll pre-order just to make sure I get one.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Rhythm Heaven's
That's pretty
magnificent. I'm so happy. I'm really, really excited about both Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven. It's really nice to have that. But also,
yeah, I definitely I plan on picking that up because, like, as much as I don't love Star Fox, like, it's never really been a huge thing for me. I'm interested, you know, in this new one. I don't love it for $50, you know, because I mean, but shit costs what it costs, so whatever. But if Rhythm Heaven is next week,
price for Star Fox, I think that's a great price for Star Fox. But yeah, Rhythm Heaven's next week, and that one's only
Rhythm
like $30.
Heaven is next week, I'm not fucking getting, you know, I'm not getting Star Fox.
Yeah, physical Rhythm Heaven is $40. A steal at twice the price.
Yeah.
Abso-floggin-lutely.
Abso-floggin-lutely.
Belmont's Curse is later this year. God, I hope the Switch version's good. I want to know why it's been delayed, and I want to know why there isn't a fucking Switch 2 version. Or if this is going to be like Ninja Gaiden, where it's just like, put the Switch 1 version in your Switch 2 and it'll run better. And that'll be fine. Because the Ninja Gaiden, you know, once they put that update in there, the Switch 2 version ran just like the PS5 version. And that's all I need. I just want parity with the other platforms. So, and the Switch 2 is perfectly capable of that. Maybe that's what they're doing. Yeah. New Castlevania games coming this year, man. That's good stuff.
It's a stupid year again.
Yeah. It hasn't been a great start, but I feel like we're going to finish strong.
Yeah.
The other thing that I played, because I just gave up on Mina the Hollower. I'm not having enough fun with it, so I'm just not going to make myself do it, because I'm not having enough fun with it to really warrant me putting more time in it. I enjoyed the time that I spent with it well enough. I'm glad that I bought it. I'm happy to contribute to the continued existence of Yacht Club games, but I think this one's ultimately not for me. So I was trying to think of what to play next, and John convinced me to finally jump into Deltarune. So I played the first chapter of Deltarune, and it was marvelous. It's really good. I can't wait to play more of it. I beat the first chapter in one sitting because it's actually really short. Yeah. It was only like an hour or 2 hours or something like that. I really liked it. I really like how just from a gameplay perspective it evolves past Undertale, like as far as like the battle system. And it is a lot more upfront about there being a pacifist run. And that's what John's having a lot of fun with, is watching me do that, because he won't even consider a pacifist run. I like that it still continues with that message that not choosing violence is harder, but also more rewarding. I love that that's kind of the overall message of Undertale and now seemingly Deltarune. And, you know, some bits of the story were a little bit predictable, but it's only the first chapter. Yeah. And I like these new characters.
From what I understand, it goes places.
Yeah. I really like these new characters. I really like this world. I really love the music. God, the music in this game is great. And I liked the battle system. I thought it was really neat. And then the way that you make it go pacifist. And John's not letting me play any of it without him with me. He wants to be there next to me. And he was invaluable, because, you know, anytime there was a fork in the road, there was multiple places for me to go, he'd be like, don't bother going that way, there's nothing there. But if you go there, there's a secret that you can collect. And if you go there, you can get an item, or just go this way. Like, he just knows the game back and forth, because he's watched people play. He's not only played through all the chapters himself more than once, but he's also watched YouTube playthroughs of it like a bajillion times, so he knows it really, really well. But he doesn't know the pacifist run really, really well.
Okay.
And that's pretty fun. Figuring out how to do all this stuff. And I even beat the there's a secret boss that you can do in the first chapter called Jevil. And John's never beaten him, and I beat him on my first try. He's legitimately tough. Like it was a pretty hard boss battle, and I was really proud of myself for beating him on the first try. And John was equal parts impressed and angry because he still can't beat the guy. And I definitely got lucky once or twice with dodging some of his moves. I really like the battle system. But yeah, Deltarune's good stuff, and I want to play more of it. I was kind of holding off to just like play all 7 chapters together because I was gonna play it regardless because I absolutely adored Undertale. But I was just gonna kind of wait. But now that I know it's gonna be a lot longer, and I kind of want to be on this fun because John, leading up to Chapter 5, has he was checking in with this like game stream of like just this YouTube channel that had like a bunch of silly graphics on the screen. It was just playing Undertale and Deltarune music nonstop, and there was a chat, and he was just like in the chat saying doofy things with other Deltarune fans, and he's so hyped for it. And I was like,
it's
this
been
is
really fun to watch. Yeah.
I miss being this kind of hyped for a game, and like I'm not this hyped for it. I'm excited to play it, but I'm not this hyped for it. But it's really fun to be there with him being this hyped for it. I love being hyped for games, and I haven't felt this way in a little while. Like, it's been a rough year for me in a number of ways, but also gaming hasn't been talking to me the way that it has. Like, just this year, there's been a lot of legitimately great games, but not my kind of great games. You know what I mean? Like, the games that really speak to me haven't been happening this year until right now, with Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven are kind of the first, Bubsy happened, but like, what else have I really played so far this year that's been like, yes, this is my shit? I can't remember what else has happened this year, but
it's so different to me. Like, this year I finished more games by this point of this year than I have in probably the last decade. Like, it's fucking nuts to me.
Yeah, it's a lot of the games that have been happening just haven't been my cups of tea.
I just lost your audio completely. Is that me?
Oh. I hope so.
No, I can't hear you at all, Kris.
Why can't you hear me?
Did you touch something?
My recording is still going.
You can hear me, though?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can read your lips. I just saw that you said I can hear you, and also, the head nod was fine. That's fucking weird. I can't hear you at all. I still have 50% on my headphones.
I'm not muted. I can still hear you. Everything's fine. That's weird.
All right. Fuck it. End the show. I was done listening to you anyway. Apparently.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, that's going to wrap it up. That's all I have to say. So that's our show. Join us next time for the return of the Alphabet Super Series, where we finally be talking about Earthbound. It's been it's been a while. I'm back. Better than ever. Yes, we'll finally be talking about Earthbound. Yeah, I was looking for other games that I played this year, and the only other things on my list were Mario Tennis Fever, which I didn't get, the Disney Afternoon Collection, which, okay, neat, Indiana Jones, which I ultimately didn't care for. I didn't try Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I kind of want to. Bubsy 4D was fine, and Mina the Hollower. That was the only other stuff that's been on my list for this year.
No.
I don't think was Dadish 4 this year? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
It went by so fast. Yeah, that was December of 2025. Yeah. I'm assuming Dadish 5 will be sooner than later. But yes, Alphabet Super Series, we're finally going to be talking about Earthbound, and I'll figure out what the hell I'm doing for the letter F. We are on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts, as well as all manner of other fun stuff, like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. If you'd like to get early access to this show's episodes, as well as a bevy of other shows on the Geekade Podcast Network, check out our Patreon, also linked in the show notes. It helps keep the show running week after week, and all our patrons are loved and appreciated. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ali. You can learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. And finally, as always, we'd like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making the show listenable for all you folks. We'd like to thank all you folks for listening in the first place. That is it. On behalf of Dan and myself, keep playing games.